Hello, everybody. I'm Matt.
And I'm Maggie.
And we are...
Hopefully Awesome.
That's right. A positive place on the internet where we nerd out about all the geeky things we love. And the geeky thing we love today is... Smallville. Somebody save me.
Smallville.
All right. Hey, if this is your first time watching, be sure and hit all the things. You can follow us. You can leave a comment. Do all the things. But today we're talking about a very special episode, and I'm just gonna give you all a heads up. We had filmed a lot, like in pre-setup before launching this podcast, and we've burned through all those. So now it's been a couple weeks since we watched this one. Will it be more off the rails? Probably. I don't know. We'll find out. You know what? We're all going to find out together. You know why, Maggie? Because we're all going back to Smallville. I think that was I think it helped taking a couple of weeks off because, I actually went straight into it. Didn't have to think about it too hard. All right. Let's talk about Smallville, Season 1, Episode 10, Shimmer. Shimmer. All right, are you going to be Venom the entire time? Or
Eddie.
Oh, my God. All right, the original air date was January 29th, 2002. Written by Mark Verheiden and Michael Green. Directed by DJ Caruso. I feel like I've heard of him before.
Wait, he's a DJ?
No, but he is a Caruso. If I was a DJ, I'd be DJ Tanner.
Yeah, I know.
But we have sound effects now. All right. So, anything you want to say about this episode before we jump into it?
I feel like I enjoyed it.
Mm-hmm.
I don't feel like
don't give all your feedback.
Well, I'm just saying I enjoyed it.
Mm-hmm.
I don't feel like...
Sorry.
Oh, Lord. I don't feel like I was like,
bored.
Wishing for more. Yeah, bored.
Yeah. Okay. All right. I like it. I'll tell you what. Let's break down this episode. So, Maggie, I don't know if you remember, but we start this episode off. We are outdoor in a gym class at the school. Everybody is got their nice wintry version of their gym clothes on. It's like your favorite anime. When it's Christmas time, they're all dolled up in like their long coats and stuff. That
happened on My Hero Academia.
Happened on Digimon. Very Digi Christmas, never forget it. But yeah, and just so happens, Miss Old Lana Lang, Double L herself, is doing a blood drive. Or, she's helping with a blood drive. It's not her blood drive.
She's heading it up. She's trying to look for volunteers and stuff.
She's still trying to find her place in this world. So she's walking around. She's got her little clipboard, and Clark's got his long pants on, and he's like, "Hey, Lana, what you doing?" And Lana's like, "Hi, Clark.
You want to donate blood?"
So he's like, "Yeah, I'm reaching, man. It's been a while. And he's like, "Needles. I gotta go." And then he just hauls ass out of there, right? But when he's walking away, we pan over and we see the girl from Buffy season 7 that Buffy just couldn't save no matter what. She knew she was gonna die. Couldn't save her. It wasn't gonna happen because Zachary Ty Bryan is an asshole. And he was like, "All right, that's it. You're dead, girl." But he ended up not killing her. But I digress. So she's hanging out at the school, and she's writing in her book. Amy has her diary, and she's just writing away. She's like, "Oh my God,
I love you."
And then Troy walks in.
Troy.
We need like a boo sound effect. And he grabs her diary. Troy grabs her diary and laughs at her. And he's like, "Oh, she loves Luthor. Oh my God, I'm Troy." And And so, but you know who's not having it, Maggie?
Who?
Amy's brother, Jeff.
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 Jeff comes in. He's like, give me that diary back, you piece of shit. Troy, listen here.
Yeah.
You give me that diary back.
No.
And Troy's like, whatever, dorkwads. And so he gives him the diary back, right? And then they mention at some point that their parents work at the Luthor mansion, at the Luthor estate, one might say. Because that's what it's called. And they're like, I just want to be normal. Why do we gotta be, working for Lex?
Yeah.
You know?
Yeah. Why do we have to be servants, you know?
Yeah, exactly.
Yeah.
And so, he's like, this sucks. And then, Amy's like, you suck, Jeff. And then everybody disperses. Yes. I don't really remember exactly what happens here, but.
Didn't it show, I'm sorry. Didn't it show Amy? Right, Amy.
Yeah, Amy.
Going into Lex's fireplace area where that chick's at, and she drops the tray on them.
You are way further ahead. Okay,
sorry, y'all.
That's like you're past the save me and everything.
Ooh,
now you completely skipped over the part where
my bad.
Where Clark and Pete hit the showers. Right?
Oh yeah.
Start snapping towels at each other, and they're like,
wow. I thought I was way off, y'all.
Clark is like, I don't feel so
Clark,
good.
what's wrong with you?
Pete asked that. Clark's like, I feel like I'm going to have explosive diarrhea.
Clark,
Pete.
You shouldn't drink all those jugs of milk.
Pete.
They expired, man.
Pete, this milk is coming back to haunt me. Oh, my God. Milk, mayonnaise, a ghost. So, and then something invisible passes by Clark. Ooh. And then Troy goes to the locker room, right? And he's snapping towels there. He's like,
wow, man, the boys' locker room sounds like a good old time.
They're just snapping towels left and right, man. Let me tell you, they got a towel, they're snapping it, then they're like, oh my God, oh man, and they just start hard making out with each other.
Whoa,
it's weird.
Whoa.
And so then Troy goes to the locker room and gets attacked with free weights. So just a couple of dumbbells, just bam, 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 bam,
I'm beating him up.
Bam, bam. And he's beat up by what? A ghost. Ooh. I mean, because we see the outline, but it's invisible.
Yeah.
Somebody save me. That was the towel. What? Did you have more?
No, I'm not got it anymore. The towel whipping was enough right there.
And so we come back. We end the credits, right? And the Clark did a little tiny zoom, right? And
how?
He did a little tiny zoom, right? Clark is like, oh, I'm gonna do a little tiny zoom. And he just zooms away. And so we open up, and we're at the old beanery, all right? Lord God, I love the beanery. You know, you can get a coffee, you can get a burrito.
You can get a bowl of beans.
Green beans. You can just get green
beans.
You can maybe get some magic beans, grow a beanstalk. I don't know. Are you trading
Chili
your
beans.
cow for it? Who knows, right? Ooh, yeah, chili beans. You ever had a bowl of chili beans and a nice cup of hot coffee?
That sounds like a recipe for disaster, to be honest.
Let me tell you, you're going to wish you drank spoiled milk, all right?
Ew.
So Clark's there.
Sorry, listeners.
Clark's there with Chloe, and he's like, oh my God, Chloe, you should have seen this guy. Let me tell you about this guy. Oh my God. He was like, he's got the dumbbells. He's like, bam, bam. And she's like, well, Clark, what was you doing about it? He's like, we're just stabbing towels. This is great. This is a good old time.
Also,
right?
this is the episode that came up. Well, no, not right off of it. Where we kind of found out Chloe has feelings for Clark.
Yeah, I mean, yeah.
Yeah.
I mean,
So,
I feel like we've kind of known it.
That's how I kind of watch her as now. Like, she's the other lady involved,
She's living in the world of
then
secret
Lana,
world of Alex Mack.
Yeah. Because then Lana will come in and she kind of just like, oh, here comes Lana. Great.
It's like, Clark, if you would just open your eyes and look what you have right in front of you. Can't you see that she's the one that you've been needing?
Lana?
Living all...
Lana?
Why can't you see? Clark belongs with Chloe.
Lana?
So he's telling Chloe about the attack, right? But then, what's going on over at the counter? Shh, everybody listen up. It's Lana and Whitney, and they're fighting. And Whitney's like, Lana.
Wait. Whoa.
Oh, Lana.
What?
And then he's like, I'm done with your crap, Lana. Get the hell out of here.
She's like, you're not going to help with the blood.
She's like, Whitney, you get the hell out of here. You wouldn't give me your blood, Whitney.
Guess what?
You wouldn't give me that blood.
And
so
she
now
throws a bowl of beans in his face.
we're donezo. She's like, Whitney don't even know who Genuine is. so Lana comes over to the table and Clark and Chloe like, shh, talk about something. I don't know, beans,
She's like,
beans, right? Beans.
Good job pretending not seeing me and Whitney fight. What was that all
Clark's
about?
like, man, we're talking about beans. I don't even know what you're talking about, Lana. You crazy lady.
To you.
And then Lana tries to sign up everyone to give blood. Right?
Chloe's down.
Chloe's like, hey, you know what? I'll give you blood. I don't give a F.
I like a good cause.
I like getting stuck with a needle.
Clark, when can you do it?
He's like, actually, I don't, I can't, but I'll be happy to hand out some cookies, Lana. Maybe a jug of milk to go.
Chloe like gives him like such a look of disdain.
That's right. She's like, what the hell?
What the hell is wrong?
Girl, your dreams wants to stick you, and you're like, you saying no? All you can give her is milk and cookies. What do you think she is, Santa Claus? What the hell's wrong with you, Clark? God. All right, so then we jump over to Lex's, right? Yeah. We're over at the old Luthor mansion, and who should be sitting there? Victoria and Lex. Victoria, that's right. She's still around. Not just a one episode character. This Victoria. And they're playing pool, right? They're just snapping pool cues at each other.
Ow.
Yeah.
Oh my god.
So then Amy comes in, right? She comes in with drinks. And she's like, oh, hey, Lex, hey, Victoria. I thought y'all might like some bean shakes. I got these beans down the old beanery.
I found this milk in the boys' locker.
This is boys' locker room milk and chili dogs. You're going to wish you had spoiled milk by the time you drink this, right? And Victoria's like, that sounds disgusting. And then Amy just cracks her over the head with the pool cube and pours the milkshake on her, right? She's like, eat shit, Victoria. I'm out of here.
And I'm still in Lex's watch while I'm doing it.
And she just leaves, right? And Victoria...
She runs out of the mansion, and her mom's like, what? What are you doing in the house?
That's true. Amy goes to the little castle.
Yeah. The little...
That's their home.
I know. But it's called Little Castle?
Lil apostrophe.
Little Castle.
Little Castle.
That's my rapper name now.
Little Castle.
Little Castle. I'm Little Castle.
I got a moat, bitch. And her mom asks, she's like, Amy, what happened? And she's like, shut the hell up, Mom. You don't even know. I got beans. She's like, beans?
Don't care. Beans?
No, beans.
Beans?
So then
that's for you, Billy.
Brother Jeff's there, and he's like, Mom, she's fine, okay? Listen, she's, it's been a long day, all right? There's been ghosts and beans. I don't even know, right? I don't even know, Mom, but I'm Brother Jeff, and I'm here to reassure you, Mom, that we know our place. Our place is not along the Luthors, we're in Lil Mansion. All right, that's where we belong. And Amy goes to her room and has a fancy watch on her. All right. Mm-hmm. And she's like, oh my God, look at this fancy watch. It gets me all ready to eat some beans. So we go over to the Kents, right?
Oh,
remember the old Kent farm, right? We got the cows and the goats and all that stuff.
And all the spoiled milk you can drink.
Let me tell you. And so Martha asked Clark about the blood drive, right? She's like, so Clark, I saw the flyer about the blood drive.
You're not doing it, are you?
That's what Jonathan says. He's like, Clark, you son of a bitch, you know you can't be donating no blood, right?
I imagine that scene with like the red eyes from anime, makes that piercing sound. Yeah. You're not doing this, are you?
I imagine it like, Varsity Blues. That's what I imagine.
I've never watched
and Clark's like, yeah, Dad, I remember. Okay,
I'll break the needles.
He's like, I hate.
Also have alien blood.
I hate that I have to look stupid about needles, Dad.
I don't want to make up some blood that
I'm afraid of needles. I'm not afraid of needles.
That's such a cop out.
I could beat him in a race. I wouldn't hit that Rolls Royce. Needles. Get it? It's Back to the Future. One of these days you gotta remember which button is on.
I did that on purpose.
Oh.
Always.
Unagi. All right, so we go back to Lex's, right? Lex is looking for his watch. He's like, God damn it, where's this watch at? Where's this stupid watch?
What flip is this watch at?
And Clark walks in. He's got like 18 crates of tulips in his arms. Right? He's like, hey, Lex, why do you need all these tulips? He's like, shut the hell up, Clark.
They're Victoria's favorite flower.
Yeah, and they are flung across the room. They're flung across the room.
Oh, yeah.
All right? Like, all the tulips just go flying.
That is right.
And Clark's like, what the hell? I feel like I'm going to have diarrhea again. What's happening right now? And Lex is like, what just happened? And Clark's like, I don't know. I don't know. But, Lex, I've decided something.
What?
I'm going to fight for Lana.
Good for you, Clark.
And Lex says, well, not every girl is Lana Lang, right? And Clark is like, you're right. That's what I'm fighting for. I don't know why you said that, Lex, but yeah, you're right. Not every girl is Lana Lang.
I feel like Lex has got the odds for Lana Lang.
Nah. Clark's his friend.
Why would he phrase it like that, though?
Well, I mean, he's with Victoria. You know? Put a pin in that. So Clark helps Lex look for his watch after Lex tells Clark why it's special.
I love how Clark just stands up and he uses his x-ray vision. He just looks at Lex and says, it's not in here.
I don't know, Lex. It doesn't exist here. I love how both of them are just completely brush over the fact that tulips just got thrown around the room out of nowhere for no reason.
Is your house haunted, Lex?
Ghost? I'm almost as scared of ghosts as much as I'm scared of needles. So Clark is like, you know what, Lex? Let me go to the library, look and see if I can find this watch.
Look around, Lex.
And when he walks in the library, who should he see, Maggie? But Victoria on Lex's laptop, looking at
beans.
She's eating beans, or Clark's eating beans.
She's eating.
They're both eating beans. He's walking around with his can of open can of beans.
She's looking at beans and she's eating beans.
I like to imagine that Clark just has like a can of Bush's baked beans, just with the lid like popped off, but still attached. You know,
yeah.
And he's just got a spoon. And he's just walking around.
That sounds awful.
He's like, there'll be some beans. And Victoria's like, just looking at Lex's laptop. And what's on the laptop, Maggie? Not beans,
but numbers.
Cadmus Labs. Yes, that's right. And then a loud noise happens, and everyone rushes off to Victoria's room and see that it's trashed, but it's also been graffitied with paint that glows
Go
in black
home.
light. Yeah, we don't smell you later, dipshit, right?
Yeah.
Like, get out of here,
You old
Victoria.
Bitch.
You gave Lex the... You need to leave. The V stands for Victoria, just so we're all on the same page. Clark just he's in awe and he drops the can of beans, right? He's like, my God. And then we cut to commercial. All right. So we come back and Clark, we're at the old torch. All right, we're in the torch.
Everything's old.
The old Wabash Cannonball.
Okay.
And so Clark is telling Chloe the tale. And like he opens up his bag of sparkly dust and throws it on the campfire, and he says, "This is the tale of the ghost graffiti," right? And Chloe's like, "Well, why would a ghost use blacklight paint?" And Clark's like, "You know what? Yeah,
I don't know.
That's a really astute observation, Chloe. Maybe I should pay more attention to you. You know, you're actually really smart. You're kind of cute. Maybe we should like hang out or go on a date or something." But as he's saying that, Lana walks in and he just dead, right? He just stopped.
Flatlines.
Yeah, complete. And Chloe's like, "Damn it!" And she just reaches over, opens up her can of beans. She's like, "Well, if I can't have Clark, at least I got my can of beans here." And so they talk about Lana.
Wow. They talk about Lana.
Lana doesn't walk in. They just talk about Lana. That's it. That's what happened.
Oh, okay.
Wow. So, yeah.
Matt's inventing things now.
I mean, Chloe still picked up the beans. I don't know. So then we cut over to Lex's, just long enough to see old Lionel Luthor come running.
Yeah,
out.
the lion. Man. That lion's man. I'll be honest, this sounds like the gargle of the mornings.
I really want to get like a lion's growl to play anytime Lionel comes in.
Well, you need to add it to your soundboard, Matt.
Oh my God. That's great. No, it's not Ticker. So then Lionel's at Lex's and he just starts talking mad shit about Victoria, right?
Yeah.
He's like, "Lex, you listen here.
Yeah.
She gave you the V and now she needs to leave." And Lex is like, "What does the V stand for?" And he says, "For Victoria." And he's like, "Ah, shit, Dad." And so then we go back and now we're at Lana's. Yeah, that was it. That was the whole scene. It was just long enough for Lionel to be there.
Yeah.
Lionel Luthor.
Because they don't know what to do with the line. Sorry, audio listeners. I apologize.
So we're at Lana, right? And Clark finishes helping Lana with blood drive stuff, right?
Yeah.
Did you ever think that Blood Drive would be like a good name for a band?
I bet it is a band.
Blood Drive. Yeah. Hello, citizens.
Marsh Regional Blood Center Drive. Yeah.
Wait, there is. Are they a hip hop band?
I don't know. They'd be
Are they like
dubs.
Jeez. All right, so they're finishing up with blood drive stuff, and Clark says, and Lana's like, "Thanks, Clark. You know, Whitney was really supposed to help with this, but Whitney's a piece of shit that just flaked on me. All right, and we're broke up."
Yeah.
And Clark's like, "Lana, if you want to thank me, don't talk about Whitney." And Lana's like, "Oh my."
Ooh, he's taking charge.
Oh, he's like a lion.
I can't make the same sound every time.
And Lana's like, "So if I'm not talking about Whitney, then maybe I should ask you about this needle. When you going to give my blood, Clark?"
Where are you going to give blood, Clark?
And Clark's like, "You know what, Lana? I got a thing with needles. I'm afraid." And Lana says, "Your secret is safe with me." And then they start talking, for some random reason, they start talking about Aunt Nell and Jonathan Kent, how they used to date. Ew. Am I right?
I think, didn't Clark bring it up?
Yeah, I don't know. Somebody did.
And no, Clark brought it up, and I said, ew,
Don't you think it's weird that my dad and your aunt used to bone?
Yeah, used to date, and she's like, oh, not really.
Lana's like, yeah, my aunt used to tell me about the nights they would spend in the barn and how she could just hear the horses just screaming all night. And like she was always afraid. She was so afraid the horses. She's like, Jonathan, why are the horses screaming? She's like, shut up, Nell. I'll put the nail in the coffin if you don't shut your trap. Ah!
Wow.
And then Jonathan jumps out of the barn straight onto the screaming horse. He goes, yippee-ki-yay! And they ride off into the sunset, right? And that's how he broke up with Aunt Nell. And so, yeah. And then, but you know what? As they're talking about it, Lana's like, Clark, I've never seen you in this lot before. And then they start leaning in.
Yeah, ever so closely.
And then, Nell walks out.
Wow. Wait, she had to unlock the door from the inside, right? Wow.
She's like, Lana, your beans are ready. And she's like, oh, Clark, what are you doing here? And they're both
I think
they look like
time for you to leave.
They look like scared raccoons, looking at driving lots. Right? They're like, ah, shit, we just got caught. And then Nell's like, all right, Lana, get in here, eat your beans, right? She's like, okay, Aunt Nell. Oh God. And she's like, now, Lana. And so she walks back in. Time for Jeopardy. Maggie, shit. So then Clark.
Oh, come on, Matt. Let's stay strong. I should have done that back to back. No. I can take
Clark,
over if you need to laugh.
I'm good. I'm crying. Clark and Lana are set out on the porch, right? And so Clark invites Lana to watch the sunset from his loft. He's like, hey, Lana, you ever seen the sunset?
From my loft?
And she's like, yeah. He's like, oh. She's like, but that's the great thing about sunsets. They're all one of a kind. Here's some beans. Oh, wait. Gotcha, bitch. So then, the sun rises. We're at school the next day, right? And,
the vampires. Yes.
And Clark and old Pete, they're walking through the halls. They're just
snapping towels.
So he's like, yeah, Petey, I got a date with Lana. She's gonna come over to watch the sun go down, and that's not all. That I can't do this.
Anyways,
and so and Pete's like, okay, Clark, okay, and walks away. Right? He does like a little 360 spin. And just gets the hell out of there. And Clark's like, but Pete, it's the middle of the day. He's like, I got stuff to do. The Stark internship is calling me, right? So, think about it. And so Clark is just standing there and he sees Whitney, right? And Whitney's just having the effing worst day of his life. He's at his locker.
Right? The guidance counselor.
His can of beans is empty. There's a rain cloud over top of his head. His book bag rips in half and all of his pills and drugs just fall to the ground. And he's like, dear God, please just end my suffering now, right? And then the old guidance counselor walks over and she's like, Whitney, I saw what your parents talked to me, Whitney, and they're
Your accent. What are you doing?
They informed me of what's going on, Whitney, and so I need you to know that we all hear from you, and just know a spoonful of sugar helps the medicine go down, Whitney. He's like, what? Who the hell are you, lady? I don't even know you. Get the hell out of here. And then she pulls off her mask. Pete. It was still Pete. I don't know. He came back. He's like, nah, I'm just screwing with you, Whitney. 360 spins and gets the hell out of there. All right, start internship. What are you going to do? And so Clark's like, man, I wonder what those pills are in Whitney's bag. That druggy son of a bitch. Let's take a look.
I'm going to take a good old squint with my x-ray vision.
You know, Clark doing what Superman would always do.
The Lord's work.
Yeah. Using his powers for personal gain, right? Yeah. If I learned anything, that's what you're supposed to do. And he sees that there's medicine, and it's in Whitney's bag. Oh, shit. Now he's got another thing that he can use to get Lana away from Whitney, right? And so then we go to the old beanery. Clark walks in and he sees Amy. And Clark and Amy have a nice little talk. They're like, oh, hey, Amy, how's it going? And Amy's like, it's going good.
I've seen you at the mansion.
He's like, yeah, the mansion's pretty cool. And she's like, Victoria sucks, Clark. All right, let me just tell you, she is a bitch with a capital ITCH. All right, she needs to get her ass back to Metropolis.
I don't like her.
And I hate her, and I hope she dies. I hope a ghost chokes her to death. And Clark's like, that's really specific. We don't even talk. Like, I don't know why you're telling me all this stuff. And she's like, I don't know. I just really hate Victoria. I don't know. And she cracks open her can of beans and walks out, right?
Where'd you get that watch from?
No, that's not it. No, that's not it.
Sorry. Getting ahead of game again, y'all. So
then we go back to Lex's, right? And Clark walks in, just finishing up that can of beans that he had. He
washes it all down with the jug of milk.
That's right. He puts the still attached lid, pushes it back down, puts it in the trash can. Then he reaches in his coat jacket, right? He pulls from inside, right, where you'd keep like your sunglasses or something, pulls out another can of beans. He opens it up. He's like, man, this is good effing beans, let me tell you. And so Clark, he's like, hey, Lex, just thought I should tell you, you know that Amy girl you got living in the little castle? She was talking mad smack about Victoria. I think she doesn't like her. Think she might be trying to kill her. Maybe she's a ghost. I don't even know, man. I ate so much beans.
Maybe she's right about Victoria because, well, Lex, I saw her.
Yeah, well, see, Lex doesn't care.
Yeah.
Right? And Clark warns Lex about Amy, and Lex is like, it's just a crush. It's just a little crush. And then Lex is like, hey, what about you and Lana? You and Lana Ling. How's that going? Did you kiss her on her porch when she was asking about them needles, Clark? And he's like, well, how did you know about that? Who knows? And Clark's like, no. But Lex, I got something to tell you. Whitney, he takes drugs, but they're prescribed.
It's this drug
because it's for a heart condition. And he's like, Lex, what should I do? Lex, it's tearing me apart. Lex, it's tearing me apart. And Lex tells him what he would do. He'd go after Lana anyway, you know. But he knows Clark won't, and that's why he likes Clark. Because Clark is the opposite of Lex. Lex doesn't have hair. Clark does have hair. Yeah. Lex doesn't eat beans. Clark actually just a jar of beans. Wearing a wig and a jacket. It's crazy.
That can you said he threw away?
Yeah.
He actually picked it back up because he likes to gnaw on the can too.
Who? Clark? Like a goat?
Yeah.
And so then we cut to Victoria taking a bath. She's just sitting in the tub, and it's like, oh, hey, we're watching a CW show. And then she gets attacked by a ghost. Yeah. And she's just screaming, right? She's screaming. She's like, I was just trying to take this bath and enjoy my beans, and now I got this thing, and I smashed my beans. They smashed my beans. So
Where's Lionel?
And so Clark goes in and he saves Victoria, but then he x-rays to see what? A skeleton that stepped on glass and left blood and green goo.
Ew.
Cut to commercial. This episode brought to you by Bush's
Baked Beans.
Roll that beautiful bean footage. So then we come back and we're at the torch, the old torch, right?
Yeah.
Why are you rocking back and forth?
I'm trying to stay alive.
So Clark is like, "Hey, Chloe, smell this goop." She's like,
put that near my nose.
He's like, you gotta smell it, Chloe, smell it.
Get your hand away
Get
from
your
me.
goop out of my nose, Clark. And then Chloe's like, "Whoa, wait, what is this?"
What
And then her fingers are missing, but they're not missing. They're still there. They're just invisible. Ghost fingers. That would be a good movie. Ghost fingers. So Chloe's like, hey, this goop has blood with it. I could test this blood against the blood drive. That's what we call synergy and storytelling, ladies and gentlemen. However, they would not actually be able to do any of this. This is ridiculous. But anyway, so she's like, I'm going to go do that. And then Clark's like, that's cool. Oh, hey, Whitney just walked by. Whitney, half his leg is on fire. He just got struck by lightning the night before. The coach kicked him off the football team, and it's just raining. Just constant raining, right? All right. And so Clark sees Whitney and asks him about the meds. And he's like, "Well, you care, Kent?" And Clark's like, "Hey, man, I'm gonna hang out with your girlfriend, so you better tell me about these beans, or I swear to God, I'm gonna beans on your beans." He's like, "I don't." Why are you saying so much about beans, man? He's like, "I don't know, man. I just really love beans."
Did you know that this episode's all about beans, Whitney?
It's like episode.
Wait, huh?
So
our life is a lie?
Turns out, Maggie, I don't know if you're ready for this. Ready?
What? I'm ready.
The medicine is for Whitney's dad.
What?
Yeah. And so Whitney doesn't want to tell Lana because she's just been through enough death. And Clark tells Whitney that Lana would be understanding. He's like, "Whitney, listen here.
It's the one person you need to talk to."
In this whole town of Smallville, the only person that's ever died was Lana's parents, all right? She understands this shit,
She
man.
understands pain.
That's why I love her." And he's like, "What?" He's like, "I love beans." So then Clark goes back to the beanery, right? They've been to the beanery 4 times this episode. Lex is talking to Clark, and Victoria's staying in Metropolis until they bust some ghosts. Bean busters! And then Clark tells Lex he probably won't go for it with Lana because of Whitney. And then Amy says hi, and Clark sees Lex's watch on Amy's hand and tells Lex about it. And Lex is like, "What?" And then he's like, "Come on, Clark, to the little castle." Yeah.
I was trying to do Batman.
I knew where he was going from. And then they find a Hey Arnold type shrine for Lex inside Amy's room, right?
Poor Helga.
Yeah, she's like, "Oh, football head." And Lex is like, "Listen, I know you are a great worker. Your daughter is crazy.
I'm very concerned about your daughter's health.
She needs help.
Yeah.
I'll pay for everything. You got to get the F out of here tonight, because Victoria was supposed to be here. I was going to give her some beans. I was going to try out these beans. Maybe I like them. Maybe I don't."
I was going to ask her if she would like some beans.
I have imported some jelly beans. All right. And listen, if things go well, circus peanuts. Yeah, there you go. Think about that. So then, at the Kent farm, we go back to the Kent farm, and Clark's like, "Yes, I've solved the case of the mysterious ghost."
Yeah.
And he's like, this is going to be a great night. Oh, what? Dun, dun, dun. Lana. La, 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 la. She's waiting for Clark to watch the sunset up in the loft, right? And let me just say, Smallville's never looked more beautiful than in this moment. It's like, it's as if somebody painted the sky as if it was a vanilla sky. All right. Are we living in a dream? Do we need tech support? I don't even know anymore, right? But the sky is just the right amount of pink, right? And then you can smell the beans in the air, right? Let me tell you. And so she's also Lana dressed up. She's got some makeup on. Yeah. She's got a sweater. You know, she's like, we didn't kiss, but Clark.
You know what, Clark? I just couldn't resist seeing the sunset with the screaming horses in the background.
So then Clark is Clark, and he tells Lana that Whitney needs her, and she asks why he would tell her that. And Clark says he hopes that if his girlfriend was in someone else's loft, that they would do the same. And Lana just kind of puts her head down. Sun's going down. Sun's getting really low, big guy. Yeah. Right? And then she says, look at the sun. She says, look at that. We missed it. If I could, then I would. I'll go wherever you will go. If I could turn back time. Bush's Baked Beans proudly presents Lifehouse. Jeez, we're never doing the beans joke again. So then Clark's like, shit. And so we go back to Lex's, right? Yeah. That's how the scene ends. It's just Clark saying that. It just goes to Lex's. Everybody's leaving, right? They got the car packed up like Clark Griswold, all right? Like everything's ready and raring to go. And they're like, you know what? We'll send people back to get the rest of our little castle. Yeah. All right. And then
Jaff is staying overnight to finish up the packing.
Does it say that? Did they say that?
Yeah, they said that he's staying behind to finish up packing.
And so then the car drives off. Amy's looking through the back window, and Lex gives it one of these. No, he doesn't. Lex is a good old boy. And then what happens? Bam! Lex gets punched by a ghost.
He
got punched by a ghost, right? And then we go to the Kent farm, and Chloe shows up with the results of the blood test. But what?
Who's the father?
It's not Amy's blood. It's
Jaff's.
Yeah. Well, I was going to do a drum roll, but damn it. It's the wrong kind of drum roll. But yeah, it's Jeff's. So Clark rushes off, right? He's like, oh, I gotta get to
Jeff's
Lex's.
a dad.
And then at Lex's, an invisible Jeff is beating the shit out of Lex, right? He's just cold cocking
throwing crap
back and forth, right? Gives him a left hook, and then a right hook, and then a left hook, and then a right hook, and then a left hook, and then a right hook, and then a left hook, and then a right hook, and then a left hook, and then a right hook, and then a left hook, and then a right hook, and then a left hook, and then a right hook, and then a left hook, and then a right hook.
You know,
and then a left hook.
I can just sit here all day listening to you repeat it over and over again.
Well, maybe he's an angel. Maybe he's a devil.
All I heard during this past school year is chicken nugget.
I have no idea what's going on.
Over and over again.
All right, so then Lex is unconscious, right? After 37 consecutive left and right hooks. And so Jeff says he found a weird green rose and made a cream that makes him invisible. That's how he turns invisible. And Clark's like, I'll show you some cream. Ba-dow! And he throws Jeff across the room into paint. And now Jeff is Hollow Man. Surprise, suckers. This is actually the movie Hollow Man starring Kevin Bacon.
Actually, it wasn't paint. It was beans. He's covered in beans.
Oh, man. He's like, I could smell them beans from anywhere, Jeff. Your ass is grass and I'm a lawnmower. Get ready, because I'm about to eat your beans. And so that he steps on them, and they're like, I smashed my beans. And that's it. Clark beats Jeff.
Yeah.
So we go back to the camp farm, right? And Clark looks at Lana's porch through his telescope. Problematic. I said telescope weird.
Telescope.
Telescope. I love my telescope. Oh my God. Such a good telescope.
Lana and Whitney.
And he sees Lana and Whitney, and Whitney's like, Lana, my dad has to take heart medicine. And she's like, oh, Whitney.
I'm so sorry, Whitney.
They hug. And Clark's like, damn it. If I could, then I would. I'll go where if I could turn back time. I don't think it actually plays that.
I can find my way.
Wait, that's the wrong one. You're doing Cher. Yes. The end. Ladies and gentlemen, this was Shimmer. A shimmer, shimmer, shaw. All right, no more sound effects for the rest of the episode because I have to add the ones we use in post. I don't want it to cover it up. All right, great. All right, so Maggie, what are your thoughts about a shimmer, 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 shimmer?
Sherbert? I like it.
What are your thoughts on Shimmer? The episode Shimmer.
I really enjoyed it.
Did you really?
Yeah.
I don't know.
I don't know. I like our version pretty good.
I just love the idea of everybody in Smallville just walking around with beans for no reason. Like, that's pretty cool.
It's a Smallville tradition.
It's Bean Week.
Yeah. Yeah. Bring
all right,
your favorite beans.
last week we tied the kid up in a scarecrow and left him overnight to die, right? This week it's beans. It's beans week. Well, actually, week before last was the scarecrow. Last week was everybody doing 360s when they got out. And Pete just couldn't keep up. He thought it was still going on this week. And they're like, God, Pete, you're so lame. And so, yeah, that's it. First segment. Countdown to Billy. 81 weeks until Billy.
Gosh.
We're getting there.
It's so hard to believe.
So, next, let's get into our Freak of the Week. Major Funky. So, we got Jeff. A.K.A. Hollow Man. His powers, invisible rose cream.
Kryptonite roses, man.
No, it's not kryptonite. Kryptonite's not been introduced into Smallville yet. Maggie Bear.
Green meteorite.
It's invisible rose cream. All right, it's invisible rose cream.
Green meteorite.
It's not even a paste. It's a cream. He specifically says it's a cream. All right, I've known that for a while. All right, so let's rank the freaks of the week so far. So our current rankings.
Yes.
From 1 to 9. At number 1, we got Jitters. Number 2, we got Cassandra and Harry Lloyd. At number 3, we got Coach. At number 4, we got Phelan 360. At number 5, we got Tina, a.k.a. Flana. Number 6, we got Jody Melville, a.k.a. Be Kind to Yourself. Number 7, we got Heat Sucking Horn Dog. Number 8, Freakazoid. Number 9, Bug Boy. Where are you feeling Jeff, a.k.a. Hollow Man, a.k.a. Invisible Rose Cream? Where are you feeling? I'm thinking bottom half.
Like it. Number 5?
I mean, like, I think he's in the bottom half. I don't think there's any possibility of him being better than anyone 1 through 5. Maybe 1 through 4. No, I'm just saying, like, I'm not saying that's where he goes. I'm just saying, like, I'm thinking definitely not that. I'm open to conversation within, like, 6 through 9.
I mean, I kind of agree with you. He is better than Bug Boy.
Yes, that's
better than Freakazoid.
He's kind of, before we do this, he kind of is non-existent.
Yeah, that's true.
He's barely in the episode.
They barely gave any.
They do the old bait and switch, right? Where they're like, oh, it's Amy, but then it's not Amy. It's actually Jeff.
It's Jeff.
It's Jeff. They got us. Those sons of bitches. They finally got us. So that's the only thing, like, and also he created his powers. I mean, that's kind of a plus in my book. Like, he actually made the powers. I'm thinking I think he's either number 6 or number 7. Is he better or worse than Jody Melville? I think that's the.
I think he's better than Jody.
Really, you think so?
Yeah.
I thought at least she had character.
Yeah.
Like the episode itself is kind of.
But her powers creep me out.
Jeff's a ghost.
I'd rather be a ghost.
I feel like this had to be a cheaper episode to make because it's just an invisible guy. You know, this is their budget episode.
Yeah.
This is their flaw.
Yeah.
One might say.
Yeah.
Like Breaking Bad.
Yeah.
I don't know. I think Amy Adams just at least gave a performance. I can't tell you jack crap about Jeff.
Okay.
Right?
I'll put Jeff at number 7.
Like he didn't actively piss me off.
Yeah.
Right? Like all the rest of these did. But like he didn't do anything.
Mm-hmm.
Right?
Yeah. Yeah, I agree.
All
so
right.
number 7.
Number 7.
Jeff.
Jeff.
Rose cream.
Okay. I'll make it AKA Rose Cream. All right. That's been the Freak of the Week. Let's move into no flats, no tots. Did they break the rule this week? Maggie, did they break the rule this week?
I didn't see no tides. I didn't see any flats. So no,
you
they
do
did
the
not.
exact same thing every week.
Oh, get over it. I've got to give the people what they want.
I don't know. Did they?
They didn't.
Did they?
They didn't.
Oh, Clark was wearing his gym clothes. That was long pants.
Yeah, but did he go flying with them?
No, these are two separate rules, Maggie.
Oh, wait.
No flots, no tots. It does not matter if he does. It's only one. Like he doesn't have to do them both.
Oh, no, he did not. None of the rules were broken.
I agree.
Okay, you better, little bitch.
All right, moving on to DCU references. Part of a bigger world, you just don't know it yet.
You become part of a bigger universe. You just don't know it.
Huh? Are you just going to sleep?
I'm trying to pop my back.
All right, so we got, first off, Shimmer is an alias used by DC Comics supervillain Celinda Flinders. But there's no relation to Brother Jeff. So nothing to do with it. It's just there's a character named Shimmer. In the episode, Pete tells Clark, "You're hardly the flying top." I forget why he says that. Maybe it's when they're snapping towels at each other.
I think so.
Like, does he need a wingman, maybe?
Yeah, maybe.
Who knows? Who the hell knows what the hell Pete's talking about? Chloe says that blue would suit Clark. Think about that. This episode introduces Cadmus Labs to the Smallville universe. Cadmus Labs, or Project Cadmus, is a fictional genetic engineering project in the DC Comics universe. Its notable creations include Superboy Con-El, aka Connor Kent. If you've ever watched Young Justice, that's the Superboy we're talking about. Yeah. All right. The Talon Mix.
Hey, I like these guys. Yeah. Remy Zero.
Love those guys. We have When I'm With You by Simple Plan. Sorry, can't be perfect. Evolution Revolution Love by Tricky. Galaxy, Gonna Be Alright by Vigilantes of Love. If I Go by Thrift Store Halo. Blend by Something Else. Poor Misguided Fool by Star Sailor. SOS, the Crush of Velvet Glove Starlight by Vigilantes of Love. Again, they appeared twice in this episode. Caught in the Sun by Course of Nature, played when Whitney and Lana reconcile. That was awful.
Yeah, it was.
All right. Next week's episode, Maggie, you ready for this?
What?
Episode 11 of Smallville is called Hug.
Hug.
H-U-G.
Let's hug.
Okay.
Good job, little buddy.
All right.
Little
That's
buddy.
it. That's it. We're done. Anything else you want to say about this episode? Before
Come
we
in roaring like a lion.
I think we did good. I didn't remember this episode. I think we made it through somehow. Next week, we'll do better. We'll record it immediately watching it as opposed to waiting 4 weeks in between watching it and recording it. But that's going to wrap it up for us, everybody. Thank you for watching. We hope you enjoyed this. If you did, please be sure and leave a comment. You can like and subscribe to us on YouTube. You can rate us on your favorite podcast network. If you are watching or listening on one, please go to the other and do the same. And that helps us grow. We appreciate retweets, all that fun stuff. You can follow us on Twitter and TikTok.
Help us.
Help us grow, that's right. And if you'd like the extended version of this episode and every episode of every show, then movie, then stuff that we do, you can head over to patreon.com/hopefullyawesome. You can also get it ad-free. That's right, because we have ads now. But yeah, over at patreon.com/hopefullyawesome, you can get it ad-free. But that is going to wrap it up for us for Going Back to Smallville. Thanks for watching, and as always,
Have a hopefully awesome day.
bye!